Hi guys, for today's video, I'm going to show you guys what you guys should have in your ancient Greek gods and goddesses project. Right? Before you guys start, I will go over the instructions. You will use your research from yesterday to help you fill out your Google Slides presentation about the god or goddesses that you chose. That's why it was important for you guys to find very useful information. Your very first slide must contain the name of your god or goddess. Make sure you guys choose a font and color that makes your title pop out. You must have a creative background. In this video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you guys could insert a background for your first Google Slides. The rest of your slides, you must contain a short title that describes what you are talking about in that slide. For example, one of the slides that I did talks about the powers of my God, so I simply just titled that Google slide Powers. You must have at least 2 bullet points in that slide. You could have more if you want. And every slide must have at least one photo. You guys are more than welcome to include more than just one photo. In my example, I like using a lot of pictures, so most of my slides will contain more than one photo. But what you must have in each slide is a short title, at least 2 bullet points, and at least one photo. Before I move on to showing you guys how to do Google Slides, I'm going to go over my notes to show you guys how you guys should have taken notes so you guys could use it for your presentation. So your job yesterday was to find useful information for your god or goddess that you'll be using on your Google slide presentation. The bare minimum was to at least answer the following questions in at least one sentence. However, I did mention to you guys that it'll benefit you more if you write more than one sentence, because you'll be able to use this information on your Google Slides. Alright? So I know that each of my slides must contain at least 2 bullet points. So I try to look for about 2 or 3 facts for each slide. As you can see here, so what's the origin story of your god or goddess? So the Greek god I chose to use was Hades. Right? Right here I answered in at least 4 bullet points that answered to the question of what is the origin story of your god or goddess. Right? Once again, you guys could have answered in one sentence, but I feel like it'll be more helpful if I include just more than one sentence. And I did that for mostly every question, as you can see here. So the whole point of your research from yesterday was just to take notes on your gods, so then you'll be able to use that information for your Google Slides and make it much easier for you guys. Alright, I'll show the example for you guys on Google Classroom, but this video was just to show you how I took notes. So for today, you should have the questions answered about your god or goddess that you chose, because that information is going to help you fill out your Google Slides. So if we go back to the instructions, we know that the first line must contain the name of my god or goddess and myself a creative background. So the god I chose to do was Hades. And I know that he's the god of the underworld, so that's why I decided to include that into my title. Alright, I also told you guys that you guys should choose a font and color that makes it pop out, so that's exactly what I did. You could clearly see my title. The next step was to find a creative background. So all I did was type in Underworld, and this was one of the images I found on Google Slides, and all I did was just insert it to the slides and then did some moving around. And I'll show you guys how to do that exactly right now. I feel like the easiest way to be creative with Google Slides is if you just simply choose the blank background theme. That way when you insert a background, you could tell what spaces you're covering. So I know that my god Hades is the god of the underworld, so what I did was I went to Google Images and just typed in the underworld. I scrolled all around to see which one I liked the best. So the very first one I liked a lot because it's very dark, what most people think the underworld looks like. So all you have to do is right click, you're going to copy image, then go back to your presentation, right click again, and then click paste. The reason I like to choose a blank background is because if you see here, you can see the border, and then you can enlarge it so you know what space is being covered and what spaces you need to fill in. So if you see when I move this around, red lights come out. So if you move it all the way to the edge of the presentation, there's a red line on the left side of the screen that tells you the border of your presentation. So I'm just go like that, and I'm going to enlarge it until all the white areas are covered. Right? So it looks like most of my presentation is covered by the new background I chose. So now all I have to do is right click on the image, click on order, send to back. What this means is it's going to send the image to the back and make it as your background. So anything that you insert onto your slide will now appear on top of your background, since the image I chose is just permanently my background. So my god's name was Hades. To make my title a little bit more interesting, I'm just going to type in God of the Underworld. So most of us can't see my title because it blends in with the background, so I know I had to change that. One way you could do that is just double click on the text and simply just go to the A with the black line, and it's going to pop up the color so you can change it to. Right? Since the background is dark, I feel it'll work out best if I just choose white. Alright? To make it pop out a little bit more, I'll probably underline it and make it bold. Right? It's still hard to see the subtitle under it, so I'm just going to double click it and probably choose a different gray color for that one. Alright, so that's how you guys could make your first Google slide creative. So now that you guys know how to do your title presentation, I'm gonna go ahead and move on and show you what you guys could do for the rest of your slides. Alright, if you remember from the instructions, you must include at least 2 bulletin points, 1 picture, and a short title for that slide. Alright, I went a little extra and I did more than 2 bullet points. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome to do 2 or more, but you guys must have at least 2 and 1 picture. Alright, this is one way you guys could do your slides, but I'm gonna give you guys other examples and let you guys be as creative as you want for your slides. This is one way that you guys could do it. So the first example I showed you is the information was on the left hand side and the picture was on the right and the title at the very top. Luckily for us, Google Slides already has this format for us. All you have to do is come over here to the plus sign, go to the drop down menu, and it's one of the options we have right here. There's also many other options to choose from, and you could choose whichever one you want. I feel like this is one of the easiest ways to format your information because you have your information on one side, your picture on the other, and your title at the very top. You guys could either choose to leave your background blank, but I like being creative, so I wanted to make a theme that's related to my god. So since he's in charge of the underworld, kind of reminds me of hell. That's what I googled image. I was just scrolling through these images. Luckily for me, I liked the very first one, so I just clicked on it. Went over here, right clicked on that image, put copy image, went back to my presentation, clicked on my presentation. You're gonna right click, paste. Since I chose a blank theme, I know what spots I need to fill in. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this over here so I know what else I need to fill out. So there's this white blank here. I'm just gonna go ahead and hover over here and like that. So I don't see any more blank spaces, so it looks like my background's gonna cover all of my presentation. All you have to do is to make the image your background is right click again, go to order, send to back. That's gonna set your image that you selected as your background. Alright, in order to start typing, you just double click. It's very hard to see, so make sure when you start typing, you change the color of your font. For example, if my title's up here, you can't see it because the font is black. Since my background is black, I'm going to probably want to change my title to a white color. So I'm going to go over here, click on it, and select white. Right? Over here, you can start using bullet points. So all you have to do to insert bullet points is click on the three dots over here, click on the bullet points over here. If you guys click on the drop down menu, it's give you other options of what kind of bullet points you want to use. I'm just going to make it simple and just put the circle ones, and you just start typing. So it's so hard to see, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and highlight that and change it to white, and now you can see it. You guys could either use this box to help you guys insert your picture to the size of this box, or what I like to do is just delete it so I could adjust the image how I want to. So you just click on the box and delete it. Since I'm talking about Hades, I searched Google Images for a picture of Hades, and I scrolled all the way through. Lucky for me again, the very first image was a very cool one, so that's the one I wanted to use. So I just right click on it, copy image, click on this again, and then click paste. Alright, so I need to make it smaller so it could fit into my presentation, so I'm going to go ahead and just mess around with the size and do that. Alright, like I said, once you make the fire image, once you move it to the back, it's going to stay in the back forever, and everything else that you put on the Google Slides is just going to be on top of that. So this is one option of how you guys could format your information. This is another example of what you could use for your Google Slides. It meets everything that needs to be included in each slide. It has the title up here, it has at least one image, and that has at least 2 bullet points. For this one I did 3, but like I said, you only have to do at least 2. So if you want to keep the same theme, all you have to do is just duplicate this slide right here. How you do that is you come over here to your slides, you're gonna right click, and then duplicate slide. If you notice, the last slide had the picture right in the middle, so all you have to do is just move it to the middle, and it had the text around it. So luckily when I duplicated, this text block already existed. So all I have to do is just shape it so it could fit. Alright. So there you go, my images in the middle. What you do to insert text boxes is just click on the text box right here, and then you just draw it out. Again, to add a bullet point, you just have to go to those 3 small circles right here, click on the bullet points, and it should pop up. So don't forget, the default color is going to be black, so you're going to want to go over here and change it to a lighter color if you're using a dark background. So since my background on top is black, go ahead and make this writing white. And then that's how you insert a text box and change the color of it. Right? Just to show you again, you just drag it and make it the size you want. Since we're using bullet points, I'm going to go over here to these 3 little dots, choose the bullet points, start typing. I notice that it's black and it's too dark to see, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight it and make sure I change it to a lighter color. Just like that. So now that I've shown you how to insert a background, how to insert text boxes and an image, the rest of the video is just going to show you some example of how you could rearrange your information for your Google Slides. You can be as creative as you want. Just remember you must have at least 2 bullet points and at least 1 picture. Alright? In this example here, I chose 2 pictures and I did at least 2 bullet points. So this meets the requirements for the slide because it has at least one image and it has at least 2 bullet points with the title on top of it. This is one way you could do it. Like I said, I like using a lot of images on my presentations. So as you can see here, I included 3. Remember, the minimum requirement is to have at least 2 bullet points for your presentation. Over here I have at least 3 and I have my title on top. So this meets the requirements for the slide. Another way you could do it is have all your information in the middle and have 2 pictures on the side with your title on top. Remember, you only need 2 bullet points and at least 1 picture. I don't want to leave any blank space, so that's why I chose to include 2 pictures on each side. One other way you could do it is to simply, just like the very first one, have your information on the left side and pictures on the right. This meets the requirements because it has at least 2 bullet points and at least 1 picture and the title on top. The reason this one is different from the first one is because this one has at least 2 pictures. Alright, these are just some examples of how your Google Slides could look like. As long as you have the 2 bullet points and the title and picture, you will get full credit for this assignment.